Hello, this is my review on Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift from 2006. This is technically the third installment to the Fast franchise and the Fast and Furious saga. There's 11 of them, if you count this one, with Fast and the Furious in the title. And, Tokyo Drift is not as fun as Fast 5. Because, I don't know, it doesn't feel as, it's not as good as Fast 5. And it's not as good as the second one or the first one, even. I guess, now, Tokyo Drift is not my least favorite Fast Furious movie. It's not my least favorite. I don't know if it's my least favorite one, or maybe it's definitely one of the weak ones for me, you know, out of the bunch. And there's 11 of them, you know. I still don't hate Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. I actually like this movie a lot. I give it an 8 out of 10. Now, this time we have a complete, in the story is complete, different new characters, and some, people might recognize some of these characters if they are familiar with the later sequels in the Fast franchise after Tokyo Drift. They're familiar with a character called Wong, I believe his name is. He makes his debut in the Fast franchise in this one. This is where he makes his appearance the first time in the franchise. He teaches the main character all of the ways of learning the tricks on the roads and how to win a race and drift at the same time during a race. So it's basically a Mon Kirai Kid remake before the Mon Kirai Kid remake happened with Jackie Chan. Is what 2006 Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift feels like. It feels like a sort of like a rookie montage climbing to just like train to become a good racer, and because he sucks at racing and drifting together. You know, he can't drift. He can't like make some like drifting. Like the racing in Tokyo is a little different than the racing what he's used to. So he has to learn the tricks by this guy called Juan. He teaches him how to the tricks and trains him to race better and become a better racer. And so that's the main premise of the movie. And what I liked about Tokyo Drift, it kind of dialed back on the CGI car chase scenes, and we got more what looks like actual car chase scenes in the movie. And it dialed back on the CGI from Too Fast, Too Furious, when it was nothing but CGI. Bad CGI race, cool over-the-top action scenes with cars, CGI cars racing each other in the first one. And the first sequel, Fast and the Furious, it was a bunch of CGI cars racing each other. You could kind of tell it was kind of poor. I thought it was kind of poor. And the first one was kind of, it seemed like the mixed real cars and CGI cars in some shots. But to be honest with you, it was kind of bad. It's just weird, kind of like how I think. Okay, my one finds it strange that the visual effects for Fast Furious 2 is not as good as the visual effects in the first Fast and the Furious. Or maybe they use more visual effects, more CGI in the... Maybe that's because they use more CGI more frequently in the sequel than in the first one. The third one, when it comes to Tokyo Drift, they dial back the CGI again. They don't use as much CGI this time with Tokyo Drift installment. It doesn't look like they use much crappy CGI. It looks... looks like it could be there, but I'm not going to act like I checked out the special features, was because I didn't check out the special features on Tokyo Drift. I have it on Blu-ray. And, I enjoy, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift for what it was. But it's not my least favorite. It's probably not my least favorite in the bunch, or maybe it is, I'm not sure. But it's definitely one of the weaker Fast movies I've seen in the Fast franchise. I don't hate it at all, but I just think, it's not as fun as Fast and the Furious 5 or Fast and the Furious 2. Or the fourth one, called Fast and Furious. Not to be confused with the first one, was kind of is the same title, which is kind of the same title as the fourth one. The one from 2009, Fast and the Furious movie, is pretty much the same title, just was the cutoff of Fast and Furious. There's no "the" on before Fast now in the 2009 title. So I wonder why they thought it was a good idea to use the same title that's basically used for the first title of the first one. I don't understand why the fourth. I'm sorry. Look, I know I'm going off getting sidetracked, but I gotta admit, I'm a little confused. Why is the fourth title Fast and Furious and not Fast and Furious 4, something else? It's confusing for me. I think it's going to be confusing for newcomers who want to get into the franchise. For future generations, probably going to be confusing for them. It is for me. Why did the first Fast and Furious movie and the fourth Fast and the Furious movie before Fast 5 have the same title, pretty much? I don't know, that's just confusing for me. Tokyo Drift ends on Tokyo Drift, Tokyo Drift kind of teases you that you're going to get something better down the line with Dominic Toretto, and you do, and it comes in the form of Fast and the Furious from 2009, because Dominic Toretto, he became kind of the main role after Tokyo Drift. After Tokyo Drift, he kind of went back to the old characters of the franchise and focused on them and brought the characters from Tokyo Drift that did work, like Han, into the new franchise of later installments of the Fast franchise. Like, character Han in this movie, Tokyo Drift, I mentioned, he returns in the sequels after this one. Oh, and also I enjoyed this movie for what it was. I enjoyed a lot of it. I just didn't enjoy as much as Fast 5. Which was the last Fast and Furious movie I talked about. And I did enjoy talking about this movie as much as I did with Fast 5 from 2011. This is probably my least favorite Fast and the Furious movie I've talked about so far in this video. Under my channel. This is probably the least fun I have talked about a Fast and the Furious movie in a single video. So I think, maybe this is my least favorite Fast and the Furious movie. This might be my least favorite one, but I don't hate it by any means. I guess, it's my least favorite one because it's the least I have to say about it. It's the one I have the least to say about anything involved with the movie. That's why Tokyo Drift is my least favorite Fast and the Furious movie. It's the weakest out of the bunch. Out of the 11 of them that I've seen. Well, I haven't seen Fast and the Furious 9. I take that back. I haven't seen all. I've seen all except the 9th one called F9. Although I saw that. I haven't gone around to it yet. But I will review it in my videos when I see it. Okay, so I give Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift a 8 out of 10. I say go watch this movie. This is a fun movie. And I appreciate you watching my video through, my audience. Okay. Thank you for watching my video through. Goodbye. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Please. And subscribe to my content. Goodbye.